Hey y'all. So, as I've been very mindful of the things that are going on in my head, I realized during this journey that there are three distinctive voices that I hear, and I wanted to talk about one of them. I'm going to address all three of them, but mainly that subconscious voice. Because I believe there's a subconscious voice that we hear, there's our conscious voice that we hear, and then there is our spirit that we hear. Okay. So, and then I've experienced these three voices all in one setting. So that's how I realized, like, wait a minute, I got three voices. Crazy, right? I hope I'm not the only one. I know you guys go comment below, like, oh my gosh, yes, there are three voices. Okay. So I want to tell you how the conversation went. And I want to talk about that subconscious voice because that thing is not our friend. But not initially, but it can become your friend. But initially, it's not programmed to be your friend. So this is my theory on it, right? So I don't even know what was it I was thinking about. I was thinking about doing something, right? So I had an idea, and I felt like it was really like my spirit telling me to like go forward with something. You know how I feel about that, y'all. If the spirit talks to me, I am listening, right? So my spirit man, she's like, all the voices sound like me, right? And that's the deception in that subconscious one. But my spirit is very gentle and calm and nurturing with me. Everything that I hear from spirit is very like soothing and warm and comforting, even if it's something like, oh, you should do this, or idea about what I should like do in the future moving forward in my life or something like that, right? So, oh, look at this ponytail, y'all. Anyway, it's not hanging in there like it should today. I have to do it over. But anyway, so my spirit man was like, do this, right? And then immediately my subconscious was trying to implement the doubt, right? My subconscious was like, but what if it don't work out? And what if you fail? And what if it's not successful? And what if, like that? And then my conscious mind was like listening and saying, and that was me. That was like my conscious right now is who's speaking to you all, right? So my conscious mind was like, wait a minute, subconscious, we're not gonna talk to ourselves like that. We're gonna be gentle, we're gonna be kind, and I was able to transition those thoughts and change those thought patterns, right? Then I had another incident where I was hearing something in my subconscious mind would say something. And the reason that I know, like, okay, there's three different voices because my conscious mind, like, I know what I would think and what I would say. And then I hear some things from spirit and I'm like, I would never say I could do that, right? Like, remember I was telling y'all about the healing. I'm like, I wouldn't just come out the blue and say that I'm a healer and I can heal. I wouldn't do that, right? So my conscious mind would not do that, nor my subconscious mind, because it ain't never been through that experience before. That was my spirit talking to me. And then the subconscious mind comes in with all the doubts. And then when I realize the subconscious is not our friend, like we have to realize and remember that we're still plugged into this matrix, right? So we have to think of our subconscious mind as a mental program. It's just a program, right? It's here. It thinks it's protecting you. It thinks that it's saving you. It thinks that it's, doing the right thing. But that programming that we have from our experiences, our culture, our belief system, growing up, different things that we've gone through in our lives have built that subconscious mind, right, to try to protect us. But it really is a limiting situation, right? Because we'll have something come up, we'll have an idea or a thought, and then the subconscious mind immediately shuts it down. So say you have to, or you have an idea about something you want to do, the subconscious mind will remember anything of related to that topic of when you may have tried something before, any fears, doubts surrounding that, any like things where you felt like you might not have done your best job at it before when you attempted it or whatever. It's trying to protect you and say like, don't do that. It might not work out. It might do this and that. And so I would assume my theory on it is like this is a way to trying to protect you from being hurt or having something happen again or happen that you don't like or that hurts you in the process, either emotionally, more so emotionally than anything else, right? So that subconscious mind is trying to protect you, but it's actually limiting you, because as soon as you have the idea and you allow that subconscious mind, if you're not mindful of it and you allow it to have those thoughts, and then your conscious mind picks up on the subconscious, and now your conscious mind is having those thoughts, which is feeding the subconscious, right? So then it's perpetual cycle of doubt and fear, and then you're more than likely not going to even attempt whatever it was that you thought about or the idea that you thought about. So that's why I just wanted to make sure that we had a conversation about that subconscious mind, because it's not your friend. It is programmed to try to help you in a sense, but it's just limiting you, because it's programmed for fear, it's programmed for doubt, disbelief, it's programmed for all of those things. And not that it's like it's programmed that way because of the things that we've experienced in life, or the way we've been raised, or the things that we've been taught, or the things that we've gone through as far as disappointments, hurts, and things of that nature. So it's like trying to like protect you from getting hurt or going through something that may be a struggle, or that may be uncomfortable, or that may be, but without that struggle, without being uncomfortable, there's no growth. Without stepping out there and doing those things that we are uncomfortable with, we're not going to get to the next level and grow and end up where we're supposed to be. So in that subconscious mind speaking to you, it's actually gonna, if you feed into it, it's gonna limit you. It's going to keep you from doing whatever it is that you're really intended to do. It's going to keep you in that box. It's going to keep you safe. It's going to try to keep you safe, but it doesn't serve you. It doesn't serve your purpose. It doesn't serve where we're going, So I just wanted to make sure that I had a conversation with you guys, because once I realized like, okay, I'm hearing three distinctive, I'm actually listening, because first of all, you got to be mindful. You got to say, who the hell is that? Who is that? And I know that I'm not fully in control of that subconscious mind, that it's a programming, because it says things that I would never freaking say.
Detected at your backyard.
It says things that I would never say. Like, it says wild and crazy things. Have you ever had a thought just come up and you're like, where the freak did that come from? Like, I would not even say that or think that or whatever, and it's typically negative. Then that's going to be that subconscious mind coming up, trying to start some shit, prevent you from doing what you're supposed to be doing, limiting you from doing whatever it is that you're supposed to be doing. So we just got to be very mindfully aware. And then when you hear that subconscious trying to go off, then you just redirect it very gently. Be patient with it, because it is a programming, and the only way to, you have to reprogram the program in order for it to stop doing that. It's not intentional. It's not out to get you intentionally. It's just a program that's been set up to try to help you, but with it trying to help you to prevent you from getting or experiencing disappointment or pain or frustration or fear. It puts it in the forefront to prevent you from even attempting to do whatever it is that you're hearing or whatever it is that you're feeling that you're supposed to be doing. Therefore, it's saying, well, you won't experience this. You won't experience the pain and the struggle that may come from this. But if you don't go through with it, you'll never experience all the blessings and the bliss that actually is going to come from it, right? You don't know that you're going to struggle. You don't know that it's going to be painful. You don't know that it's going to be anything else if you don't do it, if you don't actually go through with it. But it's like the subconscious will come in and have those play, words with you to try to even prevent you from starting it in the first place. That way you don't even have to worry about it, right? But it's just limiting you. It's very limited. So we have to change that programming. We have to go in there and we have to let our conscious mind be the ultimate say so, instead of the subconscious mind. So when you are hearing the subconscious just come up with like random negative things, like you have a good thought, right? You feeling hype about it. You're like, oh yeah, you know what? I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this new whatever. And then the subconscious will be like, well, you did that before, it didn't work. Well, you did that. Maybe you can't do it. Maybe not good enough. Maybe And then the way it tricks you is because it sounds like you, and it says like things like I, even though it's a part of you, but it's not you. Like it's the programming of you, right? It's not you and your conscious mind that you can control, and you can be like, no, that doesn't serve me. No, I'm not going to think like that. No, I don't believe that. No, that's not true. And no, it doesn't serve me. I am capable. I am worthy. I am this. That's what you have to do to that subconscious mind until it gets reprogrammed, where it automatically feeds you positivity and encouragement. But until you fight through that subconscious mind, that programming of the subconscious mind, until you fight through it and say, no, I'm not listening to you anymore, right? I'm going to let my conscious be stronger than you. And I'm going to say, no, hush up, subconscious, you be quiet. That's not true. Just because it says it don't make it true. That's not true. I am going to do this. It is going to be successful. It is going to be this. It's going to be whatever the universe intends it to be. So we just have to remember to fight through that. We have to remember to know who we are, and that we are in a program, and then that program was already prefabricated, from past experiences and our adolescence and how we grew up and our culture and our belief systems. That programming has been there generations and generations and generations. So when we try to break those programmings and reprogram, then it takes us to be very consciously aware of every thought that we have. And that subconscious mind, what is it saying? What is that voice saying? Because it can be saying some crazy things sometimes. It says some crazy things sometimes. And we have a choice. We don't have to feed into it. You have to think of it like a whole separate person. It's not you. So choose what serves you and what doesn't serve you. As soon as the subconscious mind starts speaking to you, realize, are you feeding me positivity, light? Are you feeding me high vibration? Are you feeding me anything positive? Anything that's serving me for my best interest? Is this what you're doing? Or are you trying to implement fear, discouragement, disbelief? What are you doing? Because if you aren't serving me for my higher good, then I don't need to listen to you. And then we can just be observant of it and say, okay, we're still thinking that way. We still got some reprogramming to do. And then we correct it. It's just gentle correction. No, we're not thinking that way. Those thoughts don't serve us. We're not doing this. We don't believe this. And we're choosing not to listen to you. You take your power back, right? So you're taking your power back, and now your subconscious mind, it will start to be quieter. It will start being more quiet the more you shut it down. You just can't let it be fuel, right, to the fire. You can't let it grab hold and you believe anything that it says that's negative, that's discouraging, that's that disbelief that it tries to implement. You have to stand firm and say, no, that's a programming. We're reprogramming. We don't think like that. We don't have those type of thoughts. And then once we do that enough, the subconscious mind will start to quiet down. Also, when it does say things and you nip it in the bud, it's just gonna go away like that. Like in the beginning, when you first do it, you might say something and no, I'm not thinking like that. But then the subconscious is a little strong because it's used to you listening to it. So it'll keep saying stuff until it breaks you down and you're like, forget it, I'm not gonna do this because something might go wrong. It might not work. It might not be successful. I might embarrass myself. I might, whatever the case may be, I'm not going to do it. No, we have to say, we have to do it enough, like create enough of a habit to do it enough in order to be like, no, recreate, like shit, correcting the subconscious, right? Directing the subconscious in the way that we want it to go and what we want it to think. Over time, it'll become easier because as soon as you hear it, you'll be able to stop it. And then eventually you'll reprogram it to where the subconscious mind will feed you positivity, motivation, things of that nature. But what it takes is for you to break that cycle first, right? To overcome what it's saying and give it different experiences. Overcome what it's saying, like, okay, well, what if you fail? What if it doesn't go through? What if it doesn't work? And then don't listen to it. Do it anyway. Watch it be successful. Watch it, have a successful outcome so that the subconscious mind can then see, oh, okay, we did do it. We were successful. We didn't fail. And then allow it to create a new program, a new thing, but it's only going to do it from experiences. It's only going to do it from what you've gone through and what you've seen and what you believe, deep down, that programming of belief. So once we're trying to reprogram, we have to talk to the subconscious mind just like it was one of our children. We have to be compassionate with it. We have to be firm with it. We have to give it direction. Once we do that, it just really unlocks all potential, because then you stop limiting your own self. And then as you have experiences and as you do the things that you were thinking about doing, you're seeing how they're working out for you and you're seeing how everything's coming full circle, that subconscious mind will start to reprogram, and then it will stop saying those things to you. It'll become less and less and less until it changes. And the subconscious mind is actually working for your benefit. It's actually working for your betterment. It's actually remove fear and limiting beliefs and all of that from the programming, and now it's saying, oh yeah, you can do that. So your conscious mind is saying, your spirit is saying you can do it, and then your subconscious mind is saying you can do it, and then your conscious mind is saying you can do it. And now we got all three of the voices aligned, right? We don't have one saying you can do it, one saying you can't do it, one trying to come back and tell the other one to shut up that you can do it, all of that. So I know it's a lot going on in these brains of ours. And I know I can't be the only one hearing all of these different voices that are coming up. And I've always heard them, but I wasn't ever attentive enough to them to realize that there are definitely separate voices. They sound all like me, but I can definitely tell, like, I would not say that. And I don't want to have those beliefs anymore. And that's a programming, right? And then the spirit will just say some crazy shit like you can do, like, or that it wants you to do that you would not even fathom that it's possible. But it's always a positive thing. But it's like, I can't, you're like, I would never say that because I don't even know if I believe that. That's like my spirit. And I know it always like leading me and pushing me to do things that can be uncomfortable, but it knows that I have unlimited potential. It knows that my potential is great. So it just tries to get me to do things to see that great potential in myself. And then I have my conscious mind that's in between the two of them, trying to decipher like who it's going to listen to, right? So just know that you're not in this alone. If you're struggling or if you're having this going on, that you're not alone at all. And if you're not paying attention, the first step is to be consciously aware of the thoughts, all the thoughts that you have. Where is it coming from? Is it a subconscious thing that just pops up and is trying to keep you from doing something? We don't have to listen to that. Is it our spirit that's trying to guide us to higher purpose? We definitely want to listen to that. And then we have the conscious mind in between that's trying to say, who do I listen to? Right? So it's just a reprogramming. Just continue to do it. You'll see how much easier it gets over time. And if you're already doing it, kudos to you. I'm super proud of my beautiful souls that are on this journey with me, and that are being intentional about like what they want in their programming, what they're choosing to believe about themselves, right? So I'm super proud of you. If you are on this journey, you are being consciously aware of your thoughts, and you're like determining which ones you want to listen to or not, and how you want to reprogram your mind to, for you to always, for all your voices to always be on your side, always pushing you towards elevation and success and positivity. And sometimes, we have to be uncomfortable to be comfortable, right? In order to go to that next level. We're not saying that you're not going to be uncomfortable, because there's definitely uncomfortable. You have to go into the unknown, and that is very uncomfortable when you are just following source and you're letting go and you're letting life flow, and you don't know what's going to happen, right? That is unknown. But once you get comfortable in the unknown, it really is a blissful place to be. Okay, but we just have to make sure that we're very consciously aware of those voices and that subconscious voice that tries to come in and limit us from doing the things that we need to do. We don't have to listen to that voice. I remember I used to be like, I'm working on it so hard. I'm working on it so hard. So why does my subconscious just keep popping up with negativity? Like, why? Because I still have reprogramming to do. It took I'm 37 years old. So it took 37 years, well, really like 35 years of programming this way. You're not going to do 2 years of reprogramming and think that you just reprogram the whole system. It's going to take time in order for you to reprogram that subconscious mind. But it eventually will happen. And it's definitely over the past 2 years that I've been doing it, I can definitely see the difference. I can see the how it's changed. I can see the reprogramming start to shape. It's not all the way reprogrammed, but I can definitely see it starting to shape. So just keep doing it. It will work. It will definitely work out in your benefit at the end. So, beautiful souls, until I talk to you again, have a wonderful rest of the day.